Okay, so the first question is, how do I get a domain name? And there's a lot of sites out there, sites like GoDaddy, Bluehost, Media Temple, and the list is long. Most people um, go for the lowest cost, and that usually turns out to be a bad idea. Um, so a really popular one is GoDaddy. I don't really like GoDaddy, but it has everything that you need, and you can go in and say that you want to buy a domain that's I want to race a car.com, or you just put I want to race a car.com and then hit go, and then it's going to tell you if that domain is available, and it's available. So then the price is over here, $12.99. Now people think that that is what the price is to buy a domain, but it's not what you pay to buy a domain. You just lease it, and you lease it per year. You can lease it up to 10 years, and then after that time, you'll be asked if you want to renew the lease. Now, some people go and buy a domain somewhere and then host it somewhere else, and you can totally do that. But I would recommend, for simplicity, especially your first time, just to go to one place and use that to buy the domain and then host the domain. So hosting means they've got a server somewhere, which is just a computer, and they're going to store your site and all your files and everything that has to do with it on that, and that server is connected to the internet. So when somebody goes to your domain name, it's going to point to where all your folders are on their server. Now with all these companies out here, which one is the best? It really comes down to what I would recommend is doing some research on your end, but word of mouth. Find people that you know and that you trust and that have used a host and they recommend it because they like it. I think the number one thing is finding something that's affordable, um, but also that you can get a hold of people. So 24-hour chat is really important. I find I've had a couple problems with Bluehost, but in general, it has been a good company, and I like the 24-hour chat. So if I ever have a problem, I usually get somebody pretty quick, and they solve the problem if I have it relatively quickly. So here, it's not as user-friendly as GoDaddy, but you just click up the green button here, and that's going to take you to this page, which is going to say, hey, what's your domain? And it's $4.95 a month, and that's affordable. So you just put your name in there. I want to race a car, and eventually it says the name is available, and you put your information in, and you go down, fill out the information, and all of these companies are going to ask you a lot of questions. 36 months, maybe you just want to sign up for a year, right? And then it's $6.95. So then the $4.95 was the 36-month price. So right there, they weren't as straightforward as you'd like. But so if you want to just do the month, then you can do that. And they got these other checks: site lock, domain security. You don't need that. And Site Backup Pro. All your folders are on their server. You can back them up yourself. So I think these are unneeded costs. And the one that I would get is domain whois privacy. And this is your domain is tied to whoever paid for the domain. So if you use a credit card, it'll know your name and address. And what this does is it hides that. So I'd recommend doing that. And then you fill in your credit card information, and that's it. Not only do you have your domain name, but you're paying for the hosting package. And then this company is going to send you an email with all the information that you need to upload your site to the internet, so that when someone types in the domain name that you entered, then they're going to go to the site that you want. And it's pretty much that easy to get a website and a host, and that's it. So that is how do I get a domain name, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.